Welcome back to the Stephan Show. My name is Graham, and welcome to my show. And really quick, if you guys are wondering why I'm wearing the same shirt in all of these recent videos, is it because I only wear this? The answer is no. It's because we batch these videos together. We do like 4 or 5 of them at a time, and I'm just sitting here wearing the same shirt. So don't think that like I just wear this shirt every single day and like this is all I wear. Like I have the same cup of coffee for like weeks at a time. No, we film all of these within a few hours, so that's why, in case you were wondering. But anyway, I digress. We have a really interesting caller today. He's 23 years old. He's making $100,000 a year. He began making that right out of high school working in oil, and he's been putting all of that money back into real estate. So I think this is going to be a really interesting call, and I'm excited to have him on. And I think he just has a really interesting story, and we'll see how I can potentially add to whatever he's doing. So let's give him a call. So Gabriel, welcome to the Stephan Show. What's going on?
What's going on, man? So just a little background about myself. I grew up in the lower middle income family. You know, my parents came to the States when they were younger. They never taught me anything about how to manage money, invest money. The only thing they told me is to go to college, get a good job with good benefits, start a family, and buy a house and retire at 62. You know, I wasn't an A and B student in high school. I literally didn't do nothing in high school, but just play baseball. But the one thing that I did do in high school was I joined a dual credit program, which basically I would graduate with an associate's degree after I graduated high school, which helped me land that 6-figure job when I was 19.
What do you do at 19 to make 100,000?
So I operate a refinery. So we make diesel, jet fuel, gasoline, and just gasoline products overall.
Wow. Okay. That's amazing, man.
Yeah. So I landed that job. I started working there when I was 19. Before I knew it, I had $80,000, in my bank account. And I was very eager to spend it, like any other 21-year-old would do. But the whole mindset of money changed. Started looking at other ways to park my money and just have the sense of security and build a wealth that my parents couldn't do. So the thing is that I couldn't ask my parents in how to invest the money because, at 19, I was making more than my parents. So it was kind of like, I'm embarrassed of asking them or I feel like he's going to get offended. So, I turned to Google, the internet, and, obviously it was 2 choices. It was either the stock market, which if you ask me, learning about the stocks, it's pretty boring and difficult. So I started just reading blogs, started listening to Bigger Pockets, and of course your channel. And I basically did that for about 4.5 to 6 months and pulled the trigger and just bought my first property without even running any numbers, not knowing if I'm going to break even on the mortgage. So 2017, I bought my first house.
Okay. So how did that turn out?
Oh, it was perfect, man. I bought that home for 150, put 34 down, bought it with a tenant already in there. So everything was running smooth. I was getting a paycheck every month, and it's just the best way to start in real estate, I'll tell you that.
Wow. Congratulations. You got lucky on that one by not running the numbers, and it worked out. Very fortunate there.
Yeah, I'm very lucky. And then 2018, I bought my second property, which was about $125K, put 20% down. I just did some minor work to it. All my properties are basically turnkey properties. I'm not really a maintenance guy, construction guy at all whatsoever. So usually I buy turnkey properties here in Houston, Texas. The third property, same thing. I bought 2 properties in 1 year, so I got eager. I missed the feeling of being under contract. You know that feeling? You're just under contract. You're just ready to go and just close.
That's exciting. It's exhilarating.
So I bought another house for $150K, put 33 down, which was basically a turnkey property again. That one I had a bad experience. I met with the tenants on site. They had cash in hand, and a piece of advice for all the listeners out there: never trust a tenant that has cash in hand and are desperate to move in. Never.
I've said that so many times. So many times. All of my bad experiences have come from somebody, cash in hand, I want to move in tomorrow. I'm
Yep,
ready to move in
absolutely.
immediately. I have my stuff packed. Here I am. Never take it. Never take it. Okay.
I know
Anyway,
it,
what
man.
happened?
So, I trusted them. I didn't even do the background check because that's how, I feel like I've been blessed my whole life. So, it was just my time to give back. So I guess these tenants were me giving back. So I let them move in without running any background checks, or even, I didn't even collect pay stubs, Uh, so, so I let them move in. They didn't even pay the first month rent. So they didn't answer my phone calls or texts. And then I decided to go to the property and to find out that the front door was just opened. So I called the cops to escort me inside the house because I thought they were, dead because they weren't answering my calls or texts. I found sleeping bags, makeup bags, a dog in the closet, a rabbit in a cage. It was just a whole mess. The first thing that came to my mind, this is a drug house. And I started the eviction process as soon as possible. They didn't want to vacate the house, so I had to take them to court.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
okay. Wow. Well, good. Yeah. Hey, well, here's the thing though. I think when it comes to real estate investing, every landlord at some point gets that lesson. And you never
Oh, yeah.
learn it. Here's the thing. You guys can hear this right now and listen to this and be like, I will never do that. I will never take. I promise, when you're in this situation, until you've had something like this happen, if you're in the moment and someone comes up to you with cash and they seem legitimate, you'll take
Yep.
them. Every single landlord goes through this once. So I'm glad you got it out of the way early on. So anyway, man, it sounds like you've done some incredible work so far. So where is the what's the question? What can we help with today?
The question is, I like to stop using my own money and instead tap into my equity to fund future deals. But I'm scared to even be more leveraged, and I already am.
I wouldn't do it, mate. Okay,
I
so
know.
yeah, let me interrupt you here.
Yeah.
I think you've already won the game. Okay, I would not take on more risk to win even more. And I know I sound like a Dave
Okay.
Ramsey now, but like that's how I feel too. But I practice that too. I felt like I've already won the game, right? It's like, why would I want to take unnecessary risk to make even more when you're already at a point now where it's basically you're doing like you don't need to take any unnecessary risk. I think right now you're doing so well. You have such a high income. You're buying all of these properties. They're all cash flowing. So far, I would just really focus on playing it a little bit safe, if that makes sense. Like right now, what's your current debt to asset ratio with these properties? How much are they worth and how much do you owe on them?
So one of them I owe about 116. The other one I owe 121, and the other one I owe probably around 114. No, I'm sorry. 84,000, 116, and 121.
And what are they worth?
They're worth two are worth 155, and the other one's worth 125.
Okay, so you're pretty well leveraged on them. What are the interest rates on the mortgages?
About 5.4, 5.3.
That's kind of high. I mean, it's not terrible. And what are they cash flowing?
Cash one about 400.
Okay. The interest rate is kind of high. It's a write-off. I wouldn't tell you to pay off the mortgage early or anything like that on a rental property because you could use the write-off, and I think the money is more valuable to you reinvested into more real estate like this than it is to pay down the loan. So I wouldn't tell you to. I do. It is high though, compared to what you can get right now. If it were me, I wouldn't try to do like no money down deals or try to put down like a few percent on each deal. I really believe that like 10 to 20% is the right amount of money to put down on a deal, sometimes 10 to 25%. What did you have in mind that you wanted to do?
I mean, I already bought another one. I closed last Friday. I'm not sure if you read that part of the email.
Yes.
So right now it's just trying to get my fifth one because I set my goal to get 5 houses before 25. So I want that 5th house so I can say, I reached my goal, my short-term goal. And so right now I'm just working on getting that 5th one.
Yeah, I have no doubt you'll do that. And I fully support that. I think it's a good decision. I would just continue funneling all of your job money or $100,000 back into real estate. Just keep doing what you're doing. But I would just make sure not to over leverage yourself. And I think slow and steady at this point is going to win the race. I would just buy a property as soon as you can get like 10 to 25% down. buy another property. Continue saving up 10 to 20, 5% down again, buy another property, and just keep repeating that over and over and over again. And just because my thing is basically you just buy what you can afford. You buy what your income can satisfy. I take it you're 30-year mortgages, or how long are the mortgages you're taking out?
Yeah, the 30-year.
Good. Okay, so it's all fixed rate, 30 years. So you're not going to have any weird surprises. Exactly. I think you're doing the right thing. I would just continue doing what you're doing, and I have no doubt you're gonna hit your goal.
Another question I wanted to ask you, to see if you can just answer real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Am I wasting my time in school?
What are you doing in school, and what is that going to get you?
I'm doing supply chain. So in other words, I'll be moved to the logistics department at where I'm working at now. It would probably not even increase the salary or nothing. It's just to say I did it and got a degree and just.
How long do you have to go on the degree?
About 2.5 years. But the thing is that I'm not paying for it. My employer is paying for it.
Then get the degree. If it's free and it's only costing you, here's the thing, man. You're a hard worker. Like if you can work a job and buy real estate and rent it out and you're getting an education for free and you have time to do that, I would do it all. I mean, now is your chance. If you're going to go for it, I think it's just to press the gas all the way down and just knock it out. Like, now is your chance to do this. So I would do it. It's free. Like, if you were telling me it's going to cost you like $15,000 a year and you're going to get like an arts degree and what, then I'd be like, bro, maybe not. But here's the thing. It's going to cost you nothing.
Absolutely not.
The downside is really only your extra time, which it sounds like you're so focused as it is that your extra time right now, I wouldn't bother. I don't think it's a bad decision to spend your time just getting the degree just so you have it, just in case. And you, like, everyone knows me, like, I'm not a huge advocate of going to college and getting a degree, but when it's free and you have the time to do it, it's getting paid for. I think it would be a wasted opportunity if you didn't do it, especially if it's not taking time away from your work and taking time away from real estate, which it sounds like it's really not. If you've done this much work so far, I have a feeling you can finish it out in 2.5 years.
Okay.
So I would stick with it. And I rarely ever say that, but I would stick with it.
All right.
So were there any other questions that you have?
No, that's really about it. Yeah, that's really about it, Graham.
Cool. Well, thank you so much, man. Congratulations on all of your success. You've done an amazing work so far. Like everything you've done, I think, is perfect, and I really believe that you just keep this up. You're going to set yourself up. By the time you're like 28 or 29, you're going to be set, man. I mean, you're
man, but
you're in such a good position. I mean, in your 30s, basically, if you wanted to retire in your 30s, I bet you could,
Oh, yeah.
Stick with it. Live with your parents. Enjoy it. Thank them. And just, you're in an incredible opportunity, and just knock it out for the next few years, and you'll be set.
Oh, yeah, man, I've been blessed.
You have been. So, and great work. Thank you again for the call, and keep me posted.
No, you're welcome.
Cool.
I will, man.
Thanks, man. I'll see you.
Thank you so much.
All right, you got it. Bye. So with that said, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys enjoy calls like this, make sure to always smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, smash the notification bell, add me on Instagram. Also, if you guys want to be on the Graham Stephan Show, there is a link in the description with all the information if you want to email in, if you have an interesting story or you have an interesting situation or really anything, make sure all the information for that is in the description. So definitely go and check that out, and hope to see you on the show. Thank you again for watching, and until next time.